Hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. You're with me, Pick Brain, here today on Times Now, and you're watching the Pune final of Tata Crucible. The talent here is truly outstanding. Whether it's corporate crucible or campus, it's one city that always throws up a winner that can be a potential national champion. That's the caliber of our 6 teams that you're going to witness here today at the Pune final of Tata Crucible. Let's take a look at who they are before we get started. We move straight into our battle here. 26 questions, 2 attempts allowed on each of them. 100 and 150 are the permitted values they can play at. They lose what they choose if they make a mistake. If we are ready, we pick action on a 4.0 world, which we are celebrating through Tata Crucible, picking on the first frontier of what we believe is important in a 4.0 environment. It is, in our view, innovation. You've got to stay ahead of the curve. Here it comes. We are ready. Hands on the buzzer. Questions on your screen. The first one coming up now. This is a famous lady whose actual photograph is on your screen. On my right, Tata Motors are giving it a shot. How do we know this lady in the world of business or branding? 100 or 150?
150. This is Meera Kulkarni of Forest Essentials.
That's a minus. Someone else has gone for it on table 2. Talentica.
The model for the Spirit of Ecstasy.
You did not play 100 or 150. Minus 100. The lady with the torch from Columbia Pictures is the answer that I was looking for. Moving on to the next one on screen. Here it comes. P.C. Bhattacharya was the 7th governor of the Reserve Bank of India from 1962 to 67. He decided to do an optimization during his tenure, which has saved India millions. What did he do in India as an important call? Infosys on my left.
I think he changed the size of the currency notes, and specifically 100 rupee notes. The sizes were changed to what we have today.
Oh, earlier we had
Slightly larger dimensions of the currency notes. The 100 rupee, which is...
and he optimized note sizes based on...
Exactly, yeah.
100. Oh, well played. Thinking ahead was P.C. Bhattacharya, a clever, smart governor. As we go to the next one, on your screens now. The first recorded use of these in terms as a term is in 1494. Summa de arithmetica geometrica proportioni proportionalita. They're translated as everything that is known about arithmetic, geometry, proportions, and proportionality. Infosys are giving it a shot.
Take a guess. Profit and loss.
Profit and loss. You lose the 100 that you had gained. Well, someone's gone for it. Profs. 2 words.
Ratio analysis.
Ratio and analysis. Minus 100 to you as well. Debit, credit. Everything from arithmetic to geometry to proportions to finance. 2 fantastic words which got recorded in a 1494 work. Debit and credit. Tough one for the teams. Final one in the first frontier on your screens. Here we go. Olympic steel is famously traded on Nasdaq with a 4-letter word of a Greek god. UBS are going for it. 100 or 150?
150.
150. Go on.
Zeus. ZEUS.
Zeus is the trading symbol of Olympic steel. 150. Oh, well played. Early days in our final here today at Pune. On the other side of this break, I'll tell you where the teams stand. But I tell you what, it's a fascinating final. The pressure is beginning to show up, and you're going to see all of that unfold in greater measure on the other side of this break. Back in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the Pune final of Tata Crucible for Corporates. Before we move any further, a first look at where the teams stand. Crucible quotient on your screen. Here it comes. As we move on to the second frontier of our battle, this is the segment where a lot can happen. And it's time for us to play on something extremely important, which essentially is leadership. Time for people to show the way. Here it comes. First one on your screens now. The Thames Iron Works and Shipping Company was a shipyard straddling in the mouth of Bow Creek at the confluence of the River Thames. How do we know this in the world of sport? On my right, Talentica, 100 or 150?
150.
150.
This is the West Ham United.
The West Ham United Football Club. They're called the Hammers. And the hammer came from the Thames Iron Works. Sensation. 150 for the Hammers. Here's the next one on your screens now. Long known as Bedloe Island, it was renamed by an act of the United States Congress in 1956. How do we know this place? On my right is HSBC, your strategy.
150 points.
150
The island is Alcatraz.
minus 150. Someone's gone for it, and it's Team 1 from Tata Motors, 100 or 150.
100. The Liberty Island.
The Liberty Island, where the Statue of Liberty stands, has a history to 1956 and before. 100. Oh, very well played. As we go to the next one on your screens now. David Elliott obtained his doctorate from Stanford. He then became a faculty member for computer science at Columbia. In 1988, he started his own hedge fund, employed proprietary algorithms and security trading. The entity started by him is named, in a sense, after him. The professors are going. Will they play a 150? ISBNM.
100.
100
Blackstone.
minus 100 on Blackstone. And UBS are leading at 150. They've gone for it. Strategy?
100.
100.
D. Shaw.
D.E.
David Elliott Shaw.
Well played. As we go to the next one on your screens now. This is one of India's biggest competition for children. They've gone for it. Tata Motors.
It's for the Tata Group, Tata Young Expressions.
Plus 100. As we go to the next one on your screens now. This is the first keyboard that was exclusively created by a company which focused mainly on trading. They were tracking stock markets, etc. They're going for it. Is UBS?
150, please.
150 this time?
Yeah.
Go on.
Bloomberg.
It's
So
a
the first
keyboard.
Bloomberg terminal. Yeah. Bloomberg terminal.
Beautiful. Very, very good quality quizzing. Here's the next one on screen now. When former Apple Director of Strategy and Marketing, Trip Hawkins, founded this entity, he called it Amazing Software. Yes? 100 or 150?
100.
100.
Electronic Arts.
The gaming company, EA,
Yeah.
was originally called Amazing Software.
Yeah.
150. As we go to the next one on your screen now. New chairman, which bank? Rakesh Makija. On your screen. All you got to tell me is which bank. Talentica are giving it a shot. 100 or 150?
For 100.
For 100.
Yes Bank.
Minus. Anybody else? No? The answer that I was looking for was Axis Bank. As we move on to the next question. Hands on the buzzer, on screen, now. It's a brand name that was coined as a joke by the company's architect with reference to a 1942 Christmas-themed movie starring Fred and Crosby. What from the world of hospitality gets its name? On my left, UBS.
100.
100.
Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn. Has a hotel chain got its name from a Holiday Inn? As we move on to the final question in this segment on screen now. Identify the ratings. On my right is Talentica. Yes, strategy.
Strategy is 150.
Playing a 150.
Scoville unit. To rate
We're
the
talking of the Chile, the Scoville unit, minus. Someone's gone for it on table number 1.
JD Power.
Minus 100. He did not play a value on that. Fitch ratings is the answer that I was looking for from the great man Fitch himself. Fascinating final as we move on to the next frontier of our battle. But before we do that, we need to take a very quick break. On the other side, I'll show you where the teams stand, which could be important, and then the final frontier. Back in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching a riveting Pune final of Tata Crucible. On your screen, the scores at this point. As we move to the next frontier on our 4.0, the third frontier we believe, which is very important in a modern world like this, is analytics. From data to answers. Here it comes. I need an overall answer. Hands on the buzzer. It's basically data that I provide you. You got to put it together and form an answer. Lateral thinking in reality. Here we go. On my right, HSBC.
The answer is apples.
The overall answer and connection is Apple. Put your hands together. Superb 100. As we go to the next one, on your screen, here it comes. UBS have gone for it.
100.
100.
Hinduja Group. Hinduja Brothers, Hinduja Group.
Hinduja used to own
Overall
the
answer is Hinduja Group, Hinduja Brothers.
100. Put your hands together for them. Here's the next one. On screen now. Infosys are giving it a shot. I want a specific answer. Strategy.
100.
You are on 100. You want another 100, okay?
This is ether energy.
Minus 100. No? Someone's gone for it. Tata Motors, 100 or 150?
100.
100.
Net meds.
Minus 100. The answer, Dream 11, we're moving into the final frontier. And the final round of our quiz here today is smart decisions on the go. Here it comes. Six questions common to the six teams on stage. Hands on the buzzer, scores are same. Nothing appears on your screen. I read out the questions. If you're ready, hands on the buzzer. Question from me. If you're in cities like Sao Paulo, Seoul, Paris, London, Kuala Lumpur, Lagos, any of these, you would notice three common elements at these places. Edison bulbs, reclaimed woods, potted plants, along with exposed bricks. On my right, Tata Motors, 100 or 150, young man?
100.
100.
Is it the Starbucks look?
The Starbucks look. Well, I'm going to give it to you. Multiple brands, I said Starbucks pioneered it. Coffee shop looks. Put your hands together. We'll give it to you. Well answered. Here's the next one. Hands on the buzzer. They operate three channels. The public channel, which is for the public schools and educational institutions. The media channel, which is exclusively broadcast for members of the press. And the final is an experimental high-definition channel, which is along with Harmonic Incorporated. What's the third channel that I'm talking about? Final round, tough questions. The profs are giving it a go. 100 or 150?
150 BBC.
Minus 150. The third, someone's gone for it in forces. 100 or 150?
I'll go for 100.
He's playing for 100.
NASA.
NASA has its own TV channels.
Guessing.
Brilliant. Oh, very, very well answered. Next question. Here it comes. They did not actually come up with this name as an original. Rather, they bought the trademark from Bad Stewart for $75,000 in the late 2004. Their alternative name was another scientist, which became a competitor company later. Infosys, 100 or 150?
150.
150.
Tesla.
What was the original name they were then thinking of?
Faraday.
Beauty. Oh, beauty. Penultimate question. Hands on the buzzer. With which color would you associate a counter bidder whose ultimate intentions are undeclared in a takeover battle? Infosys are giving it a shot.
Grey, 100, that's fine. Grey night. And the color is grey.
The color is grey.
Yeah.
Because you don't know whether the intentions are good or bad, so it's a grey, and it's called a grey night. Superb. 100 Infosys. Final question. HSBC right behind them. Here's the final question. Hands on the buzzer. This place is known as the mushroom head of India, or the mushroom city of India. It's because of the vast mushroom farming that happens in this area. Professors are giving it a go. Yes?
Pune.
That's a minus 100. No one else? Solan is the mushroom capital of India, and of course the city of the red gold because of the tomatoes that you get from there. A phenomenal final here today, ladies and gentlemen. Can we have a round of applause for all the teams? As we move straight into our prize distribution here today with two outstanding teams, and if I can just verify on the final scores. Leading this beautiful property is a gentleman who's not just the general manager, but also plays an important role in learning and development at the Taj Group. It's our pleasure and privilege, ladies and gentlemen, to have amidst us Mr. Jayanta Das. If you could join us on stage, Mr. Das, to give away the prizes.
I think learning is something which stays with us. And end of the day, I think the entire growth of an organization depends on how well we nurture our talent, our colleagues. And I think it's only possible by driving learning and training in each organization. And in the Taj and over on the Tata, I think we value that a lot. Thank you.
Infosys finished the runner-up, 35,000 to them. Put your hands together for a clinical victory. UBS, 75,000 to them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, an outstanding final, as always, from Pune. Infosys really coming back to become runners-up, but they'd like to believe they could have done better, but they will be happy they still finished runner-up here today. But a clinical victory by UBS as they go into the next round from Pune as champions. We will be back with you a week from now with yet another city, yet another set of teams, yet another set of questions with the same quizmaster, Big Brain. Till then, from me, Big Brain, from all of us here today at Times Now, you were watching Tata Crucible. Good evening and goodbye.